Hi everyone, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing challenging myself to draw a teacup. So this is the picture that I'm going to be using as reference. But today's video is actually a part 2 of this challenge, so I'll just show you what I've done in part 1. So please feel free to have a look at part 1 of the video. So in part 1, I just focused on basically drawing the teacup itself with the plate and everything, the stars. So again, I'll just show you a picture. So this is the picture that I was using, and this is how it turned out. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be focusing on coloring the teacup. So this is how it should look at the end, or approximately. I'm not doing it, I'm not copying it 100%, but you know, using this picture as a reference. So should be fun. We're going to be using different colors. And I'm looking forward to seeing the end result. So as always, obviously I'm going to be using my sketchbook. I might not need this pencil today, maybe just to add the final kind of the final additions, I guess. But the colored pencils that I'm going to be using are these ones that you know, I've been using throughout my drawing journey so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the main colors that I'm going to be using, and then just put the rest of the pencils aside. So let's just have a look together. So the main colors for the teacup are going to be you know, 3 different shades of blue, I guess, and then we've got the pink color liquid, or well, tea, whatever it is. I guess this is more like a magical version of the teacup, and then the green one for the leaves and everything, and then obviously the blue for the plate and everything. So, but the main one I'll start, what I'll do is I will basically start with the blue, I think. Okay, so let's have a look. And again, if you are learning to draw as well, please feel free to follow along, just have fun, enjoy the journey, and then just let me know in the comments how you're finding it, because I'd love to know how you find in your learning journey, and maybe, you know, share some tips, advice, and just experiences, because it would be really, really great to kind of build a community and learn together, progress together, develop together, because, you know, it's always more fun doing it with others, isn't it, than on your own. All right, so let's pick up the blue pencils. So I've got, let's just have a look. Okay, so I've got, this is a grey one. I think it's going to be these 3 colors. And from my previous experience when I was using these 3 colors, they're actually really, really similar. I mean, this one is obviously a lot lighter, but these ones are really similar. So whenever I use them, I kind of have to remind myself which one's darker, which one's lighter. So I might just use a bit of a piece of paper just to kind of remind myself which shade of blue is which one. Yeah, this one's a bit more purple, and then I'll try, you know, I keep saying I'm gonna try and keep them all in order, but it doesn't happen. I keep getting them mixed up, and then I check. Okay, so let's begin. And I do actually enjoy coloring in. It's very, very relaxing, meditative, peaceful, and it's lovely to see colors as well. I really enjoy it. Okay, so in the middle part there's supposed to be a rose. I might add it later on, but at the moment I'm just going to focus on coloring in the main part of the teacup. And again, you know what I've been noticing as well, that whenever there is a lot going on in a picture, because it can become a little bit overwhelming. I'm not sure how it is with a seasoned artist again, or professional artist, or somebody that's been, you know, doing it for a while. But as a beginner artist, I'm noticing that it can become a little bit overwhelming. You like kind of like, oh, I don't know where to begin with. There's so much going on. So it really, really helps just to focus in on one particular area, complete this, and then move on to the other section. So yeah, as I say, we're going to be focusing on this part first. Lovely. Okay. So let me just quickly have a look. So we've got the kind of like a thick black outer on the edges, and then we've got the, okay, so we'll focus on the right side first maybe. We've got the darker shade of blue here, a little bit of lighter, and then fairly light. So we'll do that. Okay, so we'll get the darker one. So I'll put the lighter one aside. Okay, so it's this one. I'm going to focus on this one. And, you know, again, I'm going to remember to, because I'm going to be focusing on this right side, I don't want to smudge the left part of the drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this bit with a plain white paper so that I can rest my hand on it to make sure that it does, you know, to make sure that the drawing doesn't get smudged in. Okay, so let's go. And then it kind of just goes just in the middle here. And then once I've done this one, right at the end, I can just go over the black pencil on the edges. I'm not going to use the black one now because, as I say, it's going to smudge the whole color. Okay. So we'll do it a little bit thicker here. Then there is a little bit of a light one, kind of like this. Then again a little bit of the darker one here, and then yeah, that's the black one now. Yeah, that's that, and then the light one. See, this is the lightest one that I have, so I think when we get to the middle point, I'm just gonna have to use the same pencil, but maybe just not to put as much pressure on it, really, really lightly. If I remember. Or what I'll do is maybe, because I think that is the lightest one. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll cover all this area in this lighter blue. And then to make it darker, I'll just go over with the darker pencil a little bit. I think that will probably be the best thing really. So basically if we'll just do that. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just focus on the, because that does go a little bit darker here. Yeah, these two pencils, they're so close to each other in terms of the color. So actually the majority of this is going to be light, and then there's just a little bit of the dark on this side, look. So these are kind of like the different shades of blue here, because it just shows how the light falls. So I'm just gonna create the edges, and that will hopefully give me an idea of what to leave kind of blank, or what to make a little bit darker. I'll do this tiny little bit because it is blue, but not so dark. Okay. Okay. And then just got a little bit of lighter here. Yep. Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll probably just like, make shadings a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll probably just make this a little bit darker. Oh, drop the pencil. Okay, so I think that's that. Then we'll do this bit. So I'll just show you what it looks like on the picture. So this is what it looks like on the picture. And then this is what we have here. Okay. Lovely. And then, so we've just got this bit here, which is blue. Let me just have a look. Okay, and then, okay, so that's actually a different color. I think there's like oranges and blues and oranges and yellows and everything. I'm just gonna focus on the blues for now. So the other area where we have blue is around these edges here. So I'm just seeing where the light is and where the dark is. So we've got the light bit here. Then here. Okay. So let me just go over it. Okay, so light ones here. So I'll just see where we've got the dark one. The dark one is around here. So actually what I'll do is I'll probably just go over the light blue first and then add the dark blue over it. So, you know, when I'm doing the coloring in, obviously you notice that I'm not talking much. So if you do prefer my videos where I'm not talking much, then I probably would recommend watching the ones where I literally just focus on coloring in. Because, you know, I do talk a lot in all the other videos, but this is the part where it really, really calms me down. As I say, I find it very, very meditative, and I'm just focusing so much on the detail that my mind is just really, really calm and quiet. Okay, so again, this is the dark. I guess if you were going to go to like a drawing class, I think I've been to one or two, and you do notice that it's really, really quiet there because everybody is just so focused just on drawing. Yeah, I mean, in one of the previous videos, I did say that I went to like you know, like a group walk in the park in the forest, and we did stop for 20 minutes to do some sketching, and again, it was really, really peaceful and quiet, and everybody is just so focused on drawing that nobody even has the time to speak. So yeah, it's a really, really great way to just to connect to what you're doing and just to clear your mind, to calm it down. Okay, so we've done that. Let's just go over it with a dark pencil. That's that one. This one's actually very dark. But you know, I was thinking, I feel so blessed having the opportunity to be able to do this, like just to find a quiet time where, you know, I don't have any distractions. Everything is peaceful, and I actually have the opportunity to do this, to sit down, to do the drawing. Yeah, just feel really, really blessed. Because, you know, I've mentioned in my previous videos that life can get so busy, and being able to do this, to slow everything down, is a blessing. So that's that. Okay, I think that looks good. So let me just show you where we're at. So we've done this bit, and then this bit, and then that bit there. So let's do this bit here now. And you can see that it's divided in two halves. One is blue, the other one is orange. So we'll focus on the blue one to make sure we're not going over the edges. So over here, this is where it kind of divides. I'm just thinking. I wanna divide it. Wait. Where does it? So this is all brown like that. So it's going to be like this, because that's going to be brown. So if we'll go in, so that's going to be brown as well. So if we go in around like this, here, so I'll just do that. So all this is going to be brown. Okay. Okay. And then I'll take that one. Okay, that's that. Lovely. Okay, so have a look. Wait, I'm charging this. So this is what it has. This is the blue ones that we've done. Lovely. Right, so what shall we focus on next? Maybe we'll do the edges here on this one. So the colors are, look, so we've got the yellows and a little bit of orange there, the same as this. So we'll do that first. Remember, focus on one thing at a time. So we'll do the edges. So we've got the yellow and the orange. Okay, so we can put the blue pencils away now, keeping it nice and tidy. Right, okay, so I'm just thinking, maybe if we'll take this to, again, I'm gonna test it out. What shades are they? Yeah, that's fine. So I think the darker ones are going to be a bit here. And then the light one here. To be honest, it doesn't really make much difference. I even think what I'll do is I might just go over the whole thing with this yellow one, and then wherever the darker edges are, I'll just go over with the darker orange. So being careful not to go over this thingy there, this stem. Yeah, when I was drawing this yesterday, it definitely requires so much kind of control and steadiness. Definitely a challenge. But it's interesting to do this kind of challenges because it definitely tells you which areas you still lack skills, I guess. Or skills, experience, all that kind of stuff. So it will be very, very interesting to see how I progress in my drawing journey, you know, with these areas. I'd love to see my drawing. I don't know when it's going to happen, you know, but eventually when, you know, I'm like a, you know, not a beginner artist, but somewhere in the middle, I would love to see like another drawing where I can see a significant improvement. And then like compare that, so it will be so cool. Okay, so that's that. And then I was just gonna say, I'm gonna add a little bit of darker orange here. Okay. And then maybe just a little bit here. Okay, that's fine. Next, we will do this bit. So, okay, so because there's like a black line here as a divider, I'm gonna do it after that, after I've done the yellows, to make sure that it doesn't get smudged. So this is actually a very light yellow here. Oh, pressing on the pencil too hard. So that's that. Excuse me. Then we've got a little bit of a darker one here. And here. Maybe we'll kind of go in to smudge it in. And then let me just have a look at this one. And then maybe we'll do that one, and then we'll choose the brown one to end with. Okay. So which brown? That's the question. Let's have a look. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. Yeah, because it blends in nicely with that orange one. Okay, dark. I think that looks good. It's interesting how many different options I have for orange and yellow and everything, but then there's only like 3 blue ones. But I guess, you know, because there's 24 pencils altogether, they have to decide which ones to give more of or not. So maybe when I finish these pencils, because I don't want to buy new drawing tools until I finish these ones, maybe, just to make sure that I make the most of them. And not to end up with too many tools all over the place, because I like to keep it simple. But maybe the next time I buy, I'll buy like 36 or whatever, or 42, just to make sure that there is a good option or selection of each color to choose from. Right. Okay. So we've done that. So we're just gonna do this bit now, and let's have a look. So look, yeah, we've done the round edges there, and then we've done this one. So now we're just going to do this bit. So we've got a little bit of lighter here, and then the browns. Again, we'll just do the same thing. I'll take away this one actually. So we've got this one here. It's quite light. I think we can do it a little bit darker. With this one maybe. Yeah, that one's fine. So that one is actually quite dark. I'd say it's even a brown. Yeah, it is definitely a brown. So if we'll just do the edge. Like that, and then it goes into orange. I'll go over the black color around the edges afterwards. I know I'm going out, as in like a little bit out of edges there. I think we can probably make it even darker there. Blend it in. Right, like that. To this color then. So the darker one here. Yellow there. Right, like that. Do I want to color anything else in to make it a bit darker? Maybe just a few bits there, just like the shadows where the light falls. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Lovely. So let me just show you the picture. Yeah, it's a shame that it's not very straight up, but yeah, just takes practice. So yeah, have a look. So we've got the round edges, the bottom of the cup that it stands on, and then the handle. Very pretty. Very pretty and magical, and it does remind me, as I said in the previous video, it's a little bit like a teacup from the Beauty and the Beast. It's just fun to do this kind of stuff when you have lots of different colors. Yeah, I enjoy it anyway. Let me know what you like to draw, guys. Put it in the comments. What's your favorite thing to draw? What gives you the most joy and pleasure to draw? Excuse me. Okay, so now I think we can focus on the liquid. I was gonna say tea, but maybe it's the magic potion. I don't know. Or maybe it's like strawberry milk, strawberry tea. Right, okay, so let's do this bit first. Let's put this pencil away, because we're not going to be using them for the time being, or maybe at all for this one. So what pink ones do we have? So I've got this one and this one. I think that should probably be okay. So I'm just going to do the, okay, let's test the shadings first. 1, 2. So this one's kind of like a plum, and then this one's kind of like a raspberry. So I think it's mainly this one, to be honest. Let me get my thingy. I mean, this thing could have turned up a little bit better, but it's okay. I think at this point, it's okay, because I wanted to focus more on the teacup. But and you know, when you kind of are learning how to draw and different objects and coloring, different sizes and stuff, it's interesting for me to find out how long each drawing takes and how long it takes to color in as well. Because, like, for example, obviously this one, I think the first part took me, well, like 40 minutes, just over. And then this one is already coming up to 44 minutes. So I think all in all, about 2.5 hours, I'd say. Whereas some other ones, you know, they can just take 20 minutes because they're like smaller size, not so much to color in. So it just, yeah, it's interesting. Because I think if you are planning to draw something, you do have to plan in advance. As I say, again, because you want to enjoy it, you don't want to rush it. So you do need to plan ahead, you know, so that you can find the peaceful time, no distractions, so you can literally just focus just on that, on that journey, on that project. So yeah, it is interesting. Okay, so that's that. And then we can do the magic potion. So what I'll do is, I think this one's a little bit of lighter. Some of it is a little bit darker. I think this one's going to be a little bit darker. I think this is probably the first project, the first challenge that I've done where there's so many different colors are involved. I know I did the strawberry before. That was quite a large size that, you know, filled up the whole page. But there wasn't so many colors involved. It was mainly like different reds and a little bit of green, whereas over here there's definitely more variety of colors involved. And details as well, more details. So if we'll do that one there, so I just wanna, excuse me, and just a little bit of darker here. By the way, guys, if you are watching this video and you're learning to draw as well, please let me know in the comments below where you're watching it from, where you're based. It would be really interesting for me to find out. So I'm based in the UK, in London. So yeah, let me know. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll do the lighter one. So we wanna try and make it like that it's swirls, you know, because the water, like when it's moving, I don't know how it's gonna make it with the pencils. Let me see if I can do it that way more. Yeah, because it's kind of like... Okay. Lovely, so that's done. So let me show you where we're at. So we've done the magic potion, the thingy there, like a steam thingy there. We'll color in the stars as well. So now what we'll do is, I don't know, I might not even bother with the rose. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, I'll see what it looks like and if I've got time or not, or energy. And then, so we'll do the leaves. Let's do the leaves. I mean, it would be nice to have a rose, wouldn't it? Just a little bit. Okay, so we've got just a few green ones. How many of the green ones? 3. Okay, so again, let's find out the different shades. So that's top one.
I think that one. I think I'm gonna keep this too. I'll put that one away. Oh, excuse me. Right, so the darker color will be here. And again, I'm gonna color them in first, the background, and then after that, I'm gonna do, you know, the additions of the black pencil afterwards to make sure that it doesn't get smudged over. So what I'll do is like that. So I'll just do it like that. And then this one. Guys, by the way, if you are learning to draw as well, and if you are, you know, following along, please also tell me in the comments what's your favorite part of this picture to draw. Is it the cup itself, or the potion, maybe the plate, the stars, or maybe the leaves? Just for fun. I think mine's probably the cup, to be honest. I love the handle and just the cup itself. Okay. So now let's do the lighter one. That's that, and then that. We're almost not long to go. But yeah, when I was drawing this picture in the part 1 video, I definitely found it challenging to draw the plate. I did find it struggling, but then, you know, afterwards, I don't know, later on I was just chilling, kind of thinking about, well, I wasn't thinking about it, it just came to my mind that drawing the plate, it is the same technique as drawing the foreshortened circle. So you know, when we start with 2 points and then we draw the top part, the bottom part, it's the same technique. So maybe whenever I come across drawing something similar to this is what I need to remind myself, because yesterday, well, I was doing it yesterday, so I was kind of doing it from here, and then kind of faffing about with the bottom part, whereas in reality, I should have just kind of probably started with 2 points, but I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. But that's what came into my mind, that the technique is really the same one. And also, I just kind of had to remind myself that it's all about keeping it squeezed in, to make it squashed, to make it look like 3D flat rather than too wide. But I think I've done all right. Right, okay. So now we've got the leaves done. So actually, let's go over it let's do the details. Yeah, that looks good. And then if we'll just do a few of this. And on this one. I do remember drawing leaves when I was in school, and I did enjoy doing them because I found them quite simple to draw, like the whole shape of it. And then, yeah, I think that's probably one of the easiest things for me to draw. Okay, so we'll leave that with leaves. Let me just show you where we're at. So we've got the leaves, lovely. So next, so actually now we've got the plate left and the stars. So the plate itself is kind of like a beige, I guess, a little bit pinkish, and then around we've got blue and then a little bit of orange as well. So okay, so let's have a think and decide where we want to begin, whether it would be from the edges. Okay, so look, I just want to show you. So we've got 3 different layers here. We've got, or even 4, but 3 kind of main colors. We've got the, you know, the beige one, and then we've got the blue one, and then the orange one and the brown. So I think, and then we've got this bit. Let's do this bit because that's the smallest one. That will give us a good starting point. So I'm just gonna put this one away. So, and it's actually the brown one, the brown and the orange a little bit. So we'll just do this one. So like this. I think my hand is a lot steadier today. I don't know if it's because I've been doing the drawing for almost an hour now, and I did a little bit of yesterday. My hand kind of remembers it. I don't know why. Maybe. Or maybe because I'm just in this peaceful state. I don't know. God knows. I guess we'll just find out with practice. So that's that. Excuse me. And then we do have a black shadow there. So let's do it because I just wanna know. So let me have a look. So there's one there, kind of goes. So that's that. I'm just saying, yeah, I did draw my leaves a little bit too long because over here, they're like coming out of the plate. Over here, they're a bit smaller, but it's all, and obviously the plate is big, but it's all good. I think the plate is like more wider, but thinner. But it's, yeah, as I say, it's all good. It's all this kind of like details, you know, perspective, measurements and everything. I think they all just come in future with practice and everything. So if I just want to say to you, because you know, don't be too harsh on yourself. Just whatever. Just remember where you are in your drawing journey. Right. So we've got that, and then so we do actually have another layer of brown, a little bit lighter brown, and this is where it's going to be the edge. But I'm not going to lie to you. The more I'm looking at it, the more it gives me joy. Like I'm pleased with it. So yeah. So we'll just go around. That one will be black. It's actually a little bit wider. Yeah, that's that. And then it's the kind of yellow edges there. So again, we'll have that black one there. So it's gonna go around there. It's going to be there. So the yellow one is on this side, look. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it could be wider, but because my plate is a little bit smaller, I just want to make sure that I've got enough room for all the sections. So we've got that there. Now we'll do the blue one. It's quite light blue. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna sharpen the pencil. Right, I'm back. Nice and sharpened pencil. I also grabbed the drink, used the bathroom and everything because yeah, it's already been 1 hour and I'm still I've still got the plate to do, the stars and everything. So yeah, you know, I was just thinking to myself, another kind of thought that I feel blessed to do this for this amount of time, because for somebody that's just constantly busy doing things here and there, being able to sit down for over an hour drawing, actually doing something that I enjoy, like a hobby, drawing, my mind is kind of like at the back of my head saying, oh, you know, I shouldn't be doing it for so long, maybe. I've already been doing it for over an hour, you know, like the guilty, you know, the judgmental mind. So yeah, it's just really, really amazing to allow yourself to do this. You know, it's the food for your soul. creativity, connection to God as well. And yeah, it's just a blessing to do this out of pure joy and soul fulfillment. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you can relate to this. Being able to allow yourself to do this, to give this time to yourself and to do something that you really, really enjoy from the heart without feeling guilty. So yeah, let's continue. Where were we? So we've got the blue pencil, we're doing the plate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around and draw the line of the edge where the blue is. So I think it's just right here. So if we'll go around like that, and then here, and then we'll just go around there. Lovely. And now we can just color it in. Like that, and then over here. Can probably do that a little bit wider than. Okay. And then we'll do it here. So, okay, so that one's going to be black there, yeah. But also, because I'm recording these videos just on my phone, Android, it's so good that you are recording it and then you can just press pause. Go and do what you need to do, just have a little break, and then come back and press play again to continue. It's really, really useful. But it's funny because I've found, basically, I've learned something the other day. So, for example, yesterday when I was doing the recording of the part 1 video, something happened, so I had to pause the video, but instead of pausing it, I've pressed stop recording, and it's happened once before, and I was kind of like panicking already, thinking, oh no, I've already started the drawing, I'm kind of halfway through, does it mean that I'll need to record a new video, or what happens basically? But so I found this feature on the phone that if you press stop recording, and then you can start, recording another video, you can merge both videos. And I know that there are different apps that you can use to merge both videos. But when I was looking on Google and obviously ChatGPT, AI, things like that, it did say that there was a feature in the gallery that was already built in my Android phone, so I could literally just merge two videos together and make it all as one. So that was such a lifesaver. So I just wanted to share this with you, because if you are, if you are learning to draw. Sorry, if you are learning how to draw, and if it does happen that you do record your videos, and if something like this happened again, you can, join the video straight from the phone. I just wanted to share my experience with you, because it might be useful for some of you. Okay, so we've done the blue. So now we're gonna color the middle part, and it's actually just like a beige color, but I don't want it to be boring. What color shall I choose? Well, let me have a look at these two colors. What are they? Excuse me. That one's maybe that one. I think it's just gonna be that one, to be honest. That's like the closest one. I'll do this one first, and then if there's any shading, I'll just add it. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. I've just seen 1:11 on the clock. 1:11:55. If you are into your numbers and the spiritual connection, right. Okay, so what happened just now is my video just stopped. It came out. So you know what I was saying earlier? I wasn't actually pressing anything. So this means that I'm going to have to join two videos, but you won't even notice it. I just wanted to let you know that that's what happened. And if it ever happens to you in the middle of your recording, just start another video and then just join them together. Lovely. So we've just got the stars left. And then actually, you know what? Let me just do a few bits, additions here that I was talking about. So we've got the line here. So I think before doing the stars, I just want to do all the black bits, the edges and everything. So all my electrics are now running out of battery a little bit. So even if I would have wanted to continue, I'll probably have to stop anyway just to kind of charge everything. But we're almost there. I might have to leave the stars, but we'll see. So let's do the black edges. Let me use this. So this is where the steady hand is required. Attention to detail. So let's go over this one. Right, and then oops. That's fine, we'll just do the edge a little bit wider. So this is the moment of me making sure that I'm not ruining my own drawing. It just requires so much control and attention, like just focus and steadiness. It's not easy, let me tell you that. For me anyway. Not at the moment. Right, that's that. And then just go around here. Obviously that's just ruined a little bit, but oh well, it's fine. And then if we just go around this bit. Right, I'm gonna leave it like that. I mean, I could have just left it as it was, but I've done it now. Oh, dear. We'll live and learn, guys. We'll live and learn. So we'll just go around that. So that's actually like that. Yeah, this top is a little bit worn, but oh well. Oh well, there's nothing I can do now. But imagine if you like, it's a good thing I'm just doing the drawing for myself, right? But imagine if you're drawing and you like selling your drawings on paintings and everything. Like, imagine if you've made a mistake and your drawing and painting is already pretty much it. What do you do then? That would be so frustrating and annoying because you've put so much time into it. I don't know what I would do. I'm just glad that I don't put. I'm just glad that I don't put so much pressure, this much pressure on myself. Like, I'm literally just doing it for myself. Yeah, it'd be crazy. Okay, so that's that, and then, well, I don't even know if, well, fine. I was gonna say I don't even know if I should be doing the touching the leaves, but I'll just go over it very, very thinly because I don't want to make any more ruins and mistakes. That's the thing. That's the joy of the drawing journey and the process when you're just doing it for yourself as a hobby. Nobody is judging you. You're just doing it for yourself. Yes, there might be a bit of a self-criticism appears, but you can work on that. You can forgive yourself and then just learn from it for next time. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we'll just do this bit. I think my phone is telling me that it's time to finish because it keeps stopping the video. So that's that. Okay, so let me just show you where we're at. There we are. So yeah, see, this is the top bit that I've kind of messed up a little because it's just a bit too high. And then all the edges and everything. Actually, let me just quickly add a few lines here. So we've got that one. And then just a few bits there. Just a few bits there, just to add a little bit of texture. So maybe I'll just add a little bit of darker color there. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe just a few little here. So instead of a rose, we'll just add a little bit of here. It would be good to have, maybe, I was going to say it would be good to have a rose there, but maybe instead of a rose, maybe we'll just do just a simple flower, because it does look a little bit empty there. So what I'll do is, I'll do it like that, petals. And then yeah, just a little bit of something, isn't it, without kind of ruining it. This one. Yeah, that's all right. At least something. That's that. And then I was gonna say, I do want to just do a little bit of the stars, right? So if we'll do the yellow one first. Because if we've gone so far already with the drawing, I don't want to leave it completely unfinished. You know, these stars will just take a few minutes, but it will add a little bit of touch to it, especially taking into account that I've messed up the top bit. It is a little bit annoying, like, because if you start erasing it, it's just gonna smudge it all and it's just gonna be horrific. So guys, I don't know if you do have any tips, you know, like when you mess something up like that with a dark pencil, do you have any tips how you can correct it? Please do let me know in the comments, because it is a little bit annoying, and you don't want to ruin the whole picture just because of that. So just 2 more stars and we are done, I think. And breathe. So that was definitely an effort. It was coming excuse me. It was coming, yeah, it was definitely an effort coming to the point at the end. I don't know about next time about doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, so look, I think I'm done. So let's clear this out and then have a look at the picture. So, all right. So let's have a look. So this is the picture. This is my version of the teacup. What do you guys think? How did I do? Yeah. It was definitely a challenge. I think my verdict is that I really enjoyed it. It was definitely a challenge. It's definitely not as easy as it seems. When you look at the picture, you might think, oh, it's just a teacup. What's so difficult about it? But to make it look good or good-ish, it definitely... Hi guys, so I'm actually done with the drawing. My phone just keeps switching it off. I think everybody is exhausting what I'm talking about, like my energy. The phone is done. All the batteries are used up almost till the end. It's a sign that it's time to come to the end of the drawing. So yeah, as I say, it's definitely been challenging. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I'm glad that I've done it. So again, remember to sign your drawing. So I'll just put here Anya's teacup. And yeah, so let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed the video. It's been very, very long. How did you find it if you followed along? And yeah, I do encourage everybody to put yourself through these challenges just to see where you're at, how you're finding it, what you can improve on, what you think you're good at already. And yeah, again, 1:11 on the clock, so I can see that the God is with us. So once again, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and blessings to you all. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.